You've seen them in the spotlight. You've watched them break bones, shatter egos, and create moments that defined generations. But when the lights went out and the cheers faded, most fans thought their stories ended there. The truth? Many of WWE's most iconic legends never truly left. They just stepped out of the ring and into the control room. Today we're uncovering the hidden world of retired WWE superstars who now work behind the scenes, the men and women who once performed under bright lights and now pull the strings that make WWE what it is today. And one of them was once banned from the company but somehow became one of the most powerful people backstage. We'll get to him soon. The legends behind the curtain. WWE isn't just built on young talent. It survives because of experienced people who've been there, felt the pain, lived the pressure, and now pass that knowledge on. These legends aren't here for fame anymore. They're here to create it for others. When you look at today's NXT stars, when you hear a perfectly scripted promo, or watch a smooth WrestleMania match, you're not just seeing today's stars. You're watching the fingerprints of yesterday's legends. Shawn Michaels, the heart of NXT. Let's start with one of the greatest of all time, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, the same man who gave us classics with The Undertaker. Bret Hart and Triple H now plays a very different role. After retiring in 2010, Shawn stepped away completely, until his best friend, Triple H, called him back not to wrestle but to teach. Today, Shawn Michaels runs WWE NXT, overseeing the creative direction, character development, and in-ring psychology of hundreds of new talents. Every story, every emotional promo, every perfectly timed match in NXT has a bit of HBK's touch. From Carmelo Hayes to Ilya Dragunov, many of these rising stars are Michaels' students. He's no longer breaking hearts. He's building futures. Road Dogg from Oh You Didn't Know to Creative Command. If you watch the Attitude Era, you know the voice. Oh, you didn't know. That's Road Dogg Jesse James, one half of the legendary New Age Outlaws. After his in-ring career, Road Dogg joined WWE's creative team. For years, he worked behind the curtain, helping superstars craft promos and storylines, especially on SmackDown, lived during its 2016-2019 glory days. He became one of the most trusted minds in the business. Known for his sharp sense of entertainment and timing, Road Dogg played a key role in bringing personality back to WWE television. After a brief exit, he returned once again, under Triple H's leadership, this time helping the company evolve its storytelling and talent development process. The man who once said, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls," now quietly helps the next generation find their own voice. The unsung hero of women's revolution. When we talk about tough guys, Fit Finlay doesn't get enough credit. The Irish brawler spent decades in the ring, but his most important work began after retirement. Finlay became a backstage producer and trainer for WWE's women's division. During the early 2000s, when female wrestlers were given barely 3-minute matches, Finlay was one of the few people backstage who believed they could do much more. He worked tirelessly with wrestlers like Trish Stratus, Lita, Beth Phoenix, and later with Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Sasha Banks. Many of those women have publicly said Fit Finlay changed everything. Without him, the women's revolution might never have happened. Today, Finlay still works quietly in the Performance Center, shaping the technical and storytelling side of women's wrestling. William Regal, the Reborn General. William Regal's journey might be the most emotional of them all. A man who went from being fired by WWE to becoming one of its most respected figures. Regal's in-ring career was legendary, but it was his mind that made him irreplaceable. After battling personal demons, he rebuilt his life and became a mentor to hundreds of young wrestlers. He served as the on-screen general manager of NXT, but backstage his influence was far greater. He scouted talent from around the world, including names like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, and countless others. When Regal briefly left WWE for AEW, fans feared they'd seen the last of him. But in 2023, Triple H brought him home. Now, Regal plays a key role in WWE's talent development and global scouting system, helping to find and train the next generation of stars. The producers you never see. Beyond the big names, there's a whole team of retired wrestlers who make sure every show runs smoothly. Producers like Jamie Noble, Tyson Kidd, Abyss, and Jason Jordan, all once competitors, now design the matches you see every week. They time every move, plan every camera angle, and ensure that the story in the ring connects emotionally with fans at home. Tyson Kidd, for example, after a career-ending neck injury, became one of WWE's best match producers, praised for his creative layouts and attention to detail. These are the quiet architects of WWE, the ones who make wrestling look effortless. And remember that man we mentioned earlier, the one who was told he'd never work for WWE again? That was William Regal, once banned, now essential. His story proves that in wrestling, redemption is always possible if your heart still beats for the business. In WWE, legends never really retire. They just evolve. The same men who once fought for championships are now fighting to make sure wrestling's future stays alive. Every cheer you hear, every storyline that makes you feel something, chances are a retired wrestler had a hand in creating it. So the next time you watch a WWE show, look a little deeper. Because behind every superstar, there's a legend still working, still teaching, and still living for the business they love. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more untold wrestling stories, and tell us in the comments which retired WWE wrestler do you want to see return backstage.